It's time for Side Scrollers on YouTube.com. With me, Stuttering Craig. People are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You got a goal? Go get it. And producer extraordinaire, Travis Key.
Hi, guys.
Co-hosted with some of the most talented friends from around the internet. And brought to you by you, the G2 community at patreon.com/sidescrollers. And now, broadcasting from our homes, it's time for the #1 gaming and entertainment podcast on planet Earth. It's time for Side Scrollers.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, welcome on out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com. What's going on, everybody? Hey, I'm Stuttering Craig. Welcome to the #1 video game and entertainment podcast on planet Earth, Side Scrollers. We got an awesome show today. Of course, as always, I want to introduce the greatest producer this side of the Mississippi. It's Travis Keys.
Good morning.
How are you?
I wouldn't give me the greatest title. We got the greatest gamer, not the greatest producer yet, but
let's try this. The greatest producer I've introduced on the show so far.
There we go.
Right now. Also, the greatest gamer in the room, Adam Krigler.
Well, there's only one person in my room, so that's not saying much. But thank you. It's good to be here. How you guys doing? Welcome to the show.
The most frozen gamer in the room.
Wait, am I frozen again?
You started off frozen. You're good.
Get out of here.
We'll work around it. But now, truly, the greatest producer on God's green earth. Here she is, everybody. The one you're waiting for. It's X-Ray Girl. How are you?
Hi. I would like to take the title of greatest gamer in this room.
All right. Bye. Great. Thanks for coming.
I'm kidding.
Oh, there it goes. Congratulations. You win it. Total sadness, huh? Absolute sadness.
I love that intro. It's just it hits the 90s nostalgia.
Well, it's from Mega Man X, which is Armored Armadillo, and it's a song. It's super upbeat, super fun. I don't know. We may change it in time. We're talking with Dan yesterday, Dan Vask, and he made a pretty epic intro for Friday Night Tights. He was on the show yesterday, and he was like, "Hey, let's go," and I'm like, "Hey, yeah." So there you go. That's kind of how it is.
Exactly how it happened.
Can't wait for that.
Pretty much. That's exactly how it worked. But yes, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. How are you, X-Ray Girl?
I am very good. I'm freezing as well. I wish I had more heat in this home, but I live with a person that likes it 19 degrees Celsius. And yes, Celsius is better than Fahrenheit.
Okay, can we talk about that for a second? Because I truly don't understand this. When you say, for me, Fahrenheit is way more precise, right? Because Fahrenheit, you have it down to, and once again, maybe I'm speaking out of total ignorance because Adam's laughing at me. But when I think there's more options in Fahrenheit, in Celsius, it seems like a much smaller range. You can't be as precise. Am I wrong?
yeah, but with them, freezing is 0, right?
Freezing it's so much easier to think about things like that. That in the metric system, so much easier. Think about, 100 centimeters is a meter. 1,000 meters is a kilometer. You have to think about yards and I don't know.
Inches, feet.
Yeah, I think that's about 12 inches is a foot. Like, that's just too much to think about.
I'm in an interesting place because I grew up in the trades. My father was heating and air conditioning guy, HVAC, and he taught me all the stuff. So carpentry and all that. So I learned on inches and feet. And now I'm in Sweden, which they use Celsius and the metric system. So I'm doing this like conversion in my head. I can convert miles per hour to kilometers per hour very easily. You tell me a whatever number, I can give you a within plus or minus 5. And I'm kind of doing the same thing with inches and feet to millimeters, centimeters, deciliters, whatever, the metric system. And I'm finding the metric system does make more sense.
Yes!
It's simpler. Now you say you can't get as specific with Celsius, but
right.
It's like,
but
all right,
decimals,
16.5.
That's
16 and a half
Celsius.
I actually agree with you guys. It makes more sense. When I was in Europe, it made a lot more sense.
So what is a perfect day for you? Like for me, a perfect day in Fahrenheit is like 72. Right. So what is a perfect day in Celsius?
Well, let me ask you a question though. is there a difference between 72 and 73?
Yeah.
Are you like, if it's 73, you're
feel
like,
it?
well, it's not a perfect day anymore. Does that, I mean, you know what I mean?
I know.
Oh, your perfect day is very close to mine. It's 22.2 degrees Celsius. 23.
22.2, sir.
Yeah.
That's right. I don't even
And
know
you
what's
say
happening
you
right
can't
now.
get accurate.
Oh man. I 22.2. Like, okay. And
Why not 22? What's the difference?
Well, you can round down if you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what? But that's the thing I don't understand about it is that 22 is like a range between 72 or 71 and 74, maybe in Fahrenheit.
See, you're thinking of it on that end. Think of it cold. When you're outside in the cold and it's freezing, what temperature is it?
32.
Right. 0 makes more
Zero
sense,
is
right?
so much easier. Freezing and boiling temperature. I have no
100.
idea what that is in Fahrenheit, but it's 100 degrees. in
Hot.
Celsius.
It just makes sense that 0 is freezing. to me.
It's hot.
It's hot. Evan comes in the super chat and says, "Apologize for defending Fahrenheit, Greg. I'm not. It's all I know. I'm just an ignorant American. I don't
How dare
understand this Celsius. I don't understand you." Oh man. Well, in addition to that, a outstanding display of conversation right there. We have a spectacular show today. I can't wait to share it with you guys. In addition to having X-Ray Girl and Adam and Travis with us, we have some great gaming news, which we're going to go over, as well as Ben Stiller failing to apologize for his past transgressions. We'll get to that a little bit later on. So much happening in the day of news. You said you wanted to talk. You have a T-shirt you wanted to share, X-Ray Girl.
Yes. Am I sharing it? I can share it.
No, I got it.
Oh, you got it. Yes.
got it.
I have a charity T-shirt. If you know who Zachary Levi is, he's
Mhm.
getting a little crucified by, some people for having views about Pfizer. So if you hardcore
woke
agree
internet.
with him, if you do, all my proceeds are going to be donated to the Light of Life Foundation, which his father had passed away from thyroid cancer. So it'll go towards research awareness and patient programs for people affected by that. And I think it looks pretty cool.
Yeah, nice looking shirt.
Comes in different colors.
I like
Ooh.
it.
So
There we go. Yeah, we got the
yeah.
black. Nice, cool, good stuff. Nice. Well, congratulations. Hopefully, we can move
Yeah.
a few of those for you.
Thank you.
That's
Yeah, go
Perfect.
support.
awesome.
And they come in women's cut as well. So a tank top and I believe it's a scoop neck as well.
Nice.
Scoop neck.
Scoop neck versus
Just-
V-neck.
Scoop neck. Oh, okay. I got you.
Is that like a V-neck?
No, V-neck. Well,
It's a V-neck with a
this is
scoop.
a V-neck, but
With
the
the
scoop is just like
Oh,
a half circle.
so like a deep cut.
Circle.
Deep cut.
I don't even. A deep cut.
I
deep,
have no idea.
I don't know. It's okay. All right. I am not Mr. Fashion, as you can tell with my oversized blue hoodie and my hat that I wear every day. So it's all good. All right. Let's get into some gaming news, which I know X-Ray Girl has been really excited for today. Trav, you ready to get into this? All right, let's go. Let's check out. You guys know I'm a big. Well, you got X-Ray. You probably don't know this, but I'm a big Street Fighter fan. Always been a big Street Fighter fan. Started with Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 3, Street Fighter 4. Kind of popped out on Street Fighter 5. But there's something that I actually thought of this like in 1992 when I was a kid. At the ripe age of 11. I remember when Street Fighter came out, this is something that I actually very much thought about, but now it's become a reality, which is a Street Fighter VR game where you are in first person as a fighter in the game, which is crazy to think about. So,
Whoa.
yeah,
This
pretty
is the
crazy.
game, Craig. This is the one.
This is it. This is everything I ever wanted as a little kid. So it obviously. This can be done a lot easier now with 3D models and all sorts of stuff, but this is available only in Japan. And I know, I know. But check this out. So you look around and there's Ryu staring at your face. He's going to turn around and you can tell it's VR because it has like the bouncy bounce when you're looking.
It looks like you're
Looks
moving.
pretty good though.
Yeah.
Natural gate.
What natural gate? What is that?
Like you have like a motion as you
Movement.
move.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not the PlayStation 5 like nice pan of the camera, right? You got the actual bounciness of the human body.
Uh-huh.
But But yeah, okay. This right here concerns me a little bit right here because Zangief right here has a spinning pile driver where he grabs you and he puts you in the air and he does that. So when you're in VR, this is what you see. And that sounds like the worst thing in the world.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, VR can get you sick. I've played a lot of games and you have to do it right. Otherwise, you get that motion sickness because your body's not moving, but everything else seems like it is.
VR has been a consistent theme on the show so far, the first week or so. And
Yes.
My thought with VR is that exactly yours is that I get sick when playing it. Pretty much anything I play when I play VR, I put on a VR headset, I'm nauseous or something along those lines. And I get about 10 minutes in me, then I'm out. And I don't know if it's because I'm old or I don't know if it's because I don't know, it's just not really for me. But Adam is a big proponent. He thinks VR is the future.
I do.
I don't know.
Well, it's not just the future of gaming. It like metaverse. I don't like Meta. I don't like Facebook. For political reasons and whatever. Won't go into that. But they're not approaching it correctly. I've gamed with a buddy of mine who is he's like my gaming homie. Like we always play all very similar game styles. So whenever there's a multiplayer game, him and I are playing together. I played VR with him, and it made me love VR so much more than if I was just trying VR by myself. And I saw the social aspect of it, being able to actually like sit in this virtual world with a good buddy of mine playing this fun game. And it created that social side of it that, I see the future of gaming with the connectivity that the internet is offering us, and it's amazing. And all it is that one game, Craig, and this might be it, right? Where you're like, I'm gonna learn to let Zangief spin me around and throw me down, and I'm gonna freaking challenge. I'm gonna beat him. I'm gonna fight this nush.
Was it easier to learn with somebody like that?
No, I already played. So when I first got VR, I was playing Skyrim VR, and I kind of learned on Skyrim VR. And with this, because I had to change the movement style, because moving like walking forward was like very disorienting. But when I was able to just instantly warp to place, so I wasn't like feeling that like slow motion of things moving around me. Instead, I was like instantly in a new spot. I found that the games that I'm sitting, like that mech game where I'm stationary in a thing. So my body isn't moving. The mech is moving. So my brain was able to like differentiate it. It wasn't me moving. It was the mech. Or there's a shooting game where you're sitting in a roller coaster. It's like a zombie shooting game, but it's like a haunted ride and you're shooting stuff, but you're sitting in a seat. So you're not moving around. You're being carried through this level, and it makes sense mentally. So there was a few different games that I was able to just lose myself into VR. Now I think I can play any VR game.
Extra girl, Mark the Cyborg says she's incredible at Beat Saber. Is there truth to this?
There is truth. I love that game. It's like the VR version of DDR, and
right.
I guess musically, and I used to dance, so I play that game a lot.
There's a Dan Vasc song you can get now. We just found out yesterday. Yeah,
my God.
Toss a coin to your Witcher is on there.
On there?
That's what he said yesterday.
Ooh, I'm gonna download it. I'll make a video.
You're welcome. You're welcome for that.
Thank you. But I'm the same with Adam in terms of like the sickness. I found when I sit down, it's almost like you're in a car. So then it feels like you're not getting sick moving around, even if you're walking. And I have to say, horror games in VR are so much scarier. Like, you think Phasmophobia, it's not that scary once you get used to it, but for some reason, when you have that VR set and it whispers in your ear and does all the creepy stuff, and it almost looks like they're gonna grab your neck as they're killing you, it feels so real.
Yeah, so a few years ago we did a stream on Trav, do you remember what game that was that I started crying?
No.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh so heartily.
No. We did a game. We played a game in VR. It was back. I was streaming with a bunch of dudes, and we had these alert donations that I didn't know what they were. And so when people would donate, I'd hear them in my ears. And so some of them were like steps. They would be like,
oh yeah.
So I'd be like, oh
my
God. They weren't actually in the game, so I thought things were happening. But the other thing was that one of the alerts was like a kid crying in the distance, right?
It was that
Creepy.
scary where you're walking through the school and that black mass of stuff is there. It's that game.
It was a really fun stream, but I had a kid who was sick at the time, and it was my kiddos were itty bitty, so it really like tugged at my emotions, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. That was such a giant man baby.
Jeez, well, I feel kind of like an asshole for laughing so heartily about a minute ago.
Admonish this man. There he
Again. I'm on a roll today.
You're on fire. Anyways, yeah, I it would be fun to do some sort of VR spectacular with you guys and do some sort of like online game stream or something. I don't know. We'll figure that out. And Adam can show me the ropes of what makes VR so special.
There is a viral clip of someone in VR that's being shared around like today and yesterday, and it's kind of funny. And I just shared it. I don't know if you guys even. I don't understand this. I don't understand how people can be like this. So I don't know if you. I just shared it down below. Like you can actually, like in StreamYard.
I don't see it in the private chat.
It's not in private chat. It's literally by all our windows.
Oh yeah, sorry. Here
right below it.
Yep, we got you there.
Okay, so here, this is a store. All right, this is a guy in a store trying VR. Okay, he's got the VR headset on. I'm gonna pause it throughout this to prevent. You'll see. So he's trying the VR. Okay,
oh my God!
Oh, no.
He's doing something. Yeah, he's going for it, and he's going for it. And I'm gonna stop.
Real.
I'm gonna stop it right there. Dude,
oh my God!
He continues to try to pull his pants down, and then someone stops him. So I don't know if it's real or not. That's cheek right there. I don't know. I stopped it for a reason, but that's cheek.
Oh my goodness, that's awesome.
VR is not real, people.
If you're not in your right mind and on some sort of drink or substance, that very well may happen. I live in a college town. I've seen worse.
That is awesome. Amazing stuff. Fredder came in with 100 bits. Says next time I do one of my barrages, I'll do it during the day to support side scrollers. But no, apologize for helping you last night. Fredder, thank you so much. Fredder came in last night and went crazy on my my stream last night. Nice. So thank you so much, Fredder. And Extra Zero came in with the $4.99 super chat. Says Adam, you need to get PSVR 2 for the pseudo sequel to Rush of Blood, the roller coaster shooter called Switchback VR. Check the blinking gimmick in it.
That is the name of the game, Rush of Blood, that I was referencing. And I am looking at PSVR 2. It's almost $600. It'll be $600 with tax and stuff. So I can wait. I don't need it. But yeah, maybe.
Well, it appears that guy that was in the store was also having a rush of blood as well. So.
That was good. There
we go. Good. Nailed it. There we go.
Oh my God.
Welcome to the horrible show of puns and inappropriate humor.
I feel very welcome. As soon as I came in and saw all the cocks on the screen on Travis's background, I'm like, yes.
In the right place, right?
Welcome home. There we go. Let's move on to our next story here. And this seems like it perked Travis's ears a little bit because I don't know if you guys heard this, but the old X-Men show from 1997, the animated version that was on like Fox Kids, is coming back. They're
so excited.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Are you guys familiar with this at all, X-Ray Girl?
I think I watched it. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest.
If you saw the opening theme,
I was 7 when this came out.
I watched this show, and this scares me.
It ended horribly.
I'm worried.
It scares me. You know why? It's the third line. Third line right there. Okay, right in the middle.
No.
There's a word.
I'm worried.
Yep, right there.
Oh,
Disney Plus.
That's all you had to say.
Yeah. I am very worried. I like X-Men a lot. Oh, that's so sad.
Ruin another IP.
So
I really hope they do it right.
Well, they announced this. They announced this last July, and it's streaming in later this year on Disney Plus. But I think it's fascinating that they already think so much of it, and it's already proved so much that they already have a second season in the works before the first season's even aired, which is amazing to me. So.
I mean, I guess they're betting on nostalgia.
Oh well, of course.
Well, that's the formula, right? Nostalgia, and they plan for the long term, not the short term. You should work on what you are working on right now. Like, it makes no sense to plan for the next thing.
Yeah.
Well, this says probably one of the more iconic theme songs of classic cartoons of the 90s. It does that. Yeah, I'm gonna do it, and it doesn't make sense if I'm doing it because
you didn't go high enough.
Yes.
I'm gonna watch it right now. The intro.
Yeah, you'll know what it is immediately when you see
I
it.
definitely watched this. Okay, yeah. I watched this.
There you go.
Okay, there we go.
Well, so does this? I obviously what they're doing right here, and you see this a lot with Disney Plus. They're bringing back all these old franchises. They brought back Mighty Duck. They brought back Willow. Now X-Men and all these franchises from the 90s, because now all those kids are now adults with expendable income, and they're like, well, we need to get them in, and then we'll, but
can I
Did any of you guys watch Willow at all?
No.
Yeah, I'll give you a response. Give me the camera. Okay, I'm good.
Are you okay?
All these shows, they're just injecting nostalgia to crap. Okay, I'm good. Thanks. I need to get that out.
Feel better.
It's like crap wrapped in pretty paper. You think it's going to be nice, and then you open it and you're disappointed.
Nailed it. That's it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Some people
shiny.
Hopefully people don't feel the same about this show. So with the reboot of this, but we'll see. So that's coming out later in fall. So look for that. I'm sure. Travis, are you gonna watch that? You seem pretty stoked.
I will watch it, even if it's trash, just so that I can talk shit about it.
It makes me want to watch the old school stuff to kind of refresh myself beforehand.
Well, the thing is, at the end of the show, they started cheaping out on the writing, the voice actors, and the drawing. So the animation style changed. And that's when everybody fell off and stopped watching. So it makes me wonder if they're going to use the original animation style, a new animation style, or the shitty one at the end of when it got canceled, basically.
It'll be adapted for modern audiences.
Oh, I was gonna say that.
Stop
you got
it.
me, Craig.
You're hurting my heart.
You know he's right, X-Ray.
I know, which is the worst part.
All right, okay, but you know what the best part is? Evan came in with the $100 super chat. It says, as much as I love X-Men, I love the first two X-Men movies, I have to say X-Men hadn't felt like X-Men since. Not in movies, not in comics, not in cartoons. I would be happy if X-Men and other superhero stuff turned back the clock and cleaned off the bad. Evan, thank you so much. That is ridiculous.
I had a Wolverine comic book. Actually, I had a bunch. I really liked Wolverine. I still do, but I agree with Evan. It's not really the same. Well, these comic books, my first meeting Wolverine, he was a cold-blooded killer. Like, he was an animal. He shredded people apart. He was just a freaking monster. And it was like, holy cow. And then like the X-Men, they had this like relationship where they were like, they couldn't really control him. He was this like wild card. And I'm
animal.
Like, Wolverine's awesome. Like, I love this guy. I love that, he wants to be good, but he's got these instincts to kill. And it's just like, whoa. And now they've turned him into, a simp for a woman that's with someone else.
He's just one of the guys.
He became a beta.
Well, I remember seeing. I think I don't remember which movie. I think it's Logan, where they have him like, and they're putting all the tubes and stuff into him, and all the adamantium and all that. And it's a really like dark scene, and he's like slicing through people and breaking out. He breaks out, and I don't remember which movie that was, but I thought that was awesome.
I think that was First Class, maybe. No, shit. Which one is it?
I don't know, but
Man, there's so many ones actually
The
now. How many
chat will
X-Men
know.
movies are there?
Wolverine Origins.
chat always
that-
knows.
No,
Oh, yeah.
I
No,
think
that
it
one
was
was
First
terrible.
Class. You're right, because it's when
Was it?
Yeah, it's when they're in the thing and the kids have to escape and they come across him and he's in his helmet, he's in his there's actually an old action figure that looked exactly like, but he escaped out of the Weapon X stuff.
Mm.
Cool.
Before we move on, I just want to say, Evan, thank you so much. Bangarang, right there. Thank you to Adam for bringing that to the show.
I love that. I love that we're adopting it.
That's right. Awesome. Let's continue on. Let's see what we got. Now, this was something every day I say, hey, Trav, do you got anything to talk about? And he sent me a couple, like 4 stories this morning. And there was such a wide variety of them. One involved highly intelligent, possible invincible super pigs invading America, or and we'll let X-Ray Girl pick the super pigs invading America, or the crazy sphere that came off the coast of Japan that everyone worries is the Godzilla egg.
Oh my god! I didn't know how interesting the pigs was gonna be.
If you see the picture of the pig eye, it's freaky, man.
I want to do both. Can't we do both?
Yeah, we can do both. Let's go.
All right. That's
All
it. That's the guest.
That's right. She chose both. All right, let's go to the first. The breaking news. Listen, this is the highly respectable place for all things pig news. Yahoo Finance. They come in.
Wow, that pig looks like a Chad. I'm not
Look
gonna
at his
lie. He has like
eye.
a side smile going on.
You're
You know-
right.
Yeah, it's like, what's up? What's up? There we go.
I'll take over. Watch out.
That's awesome. So I also like that they've started doing this with news stories because people don't want to read the entire thing. They just put bullet points of what you really need to know. They've dumbed articles down so much that we just have 3 bullet points.
Can I get the Coles notes? Thank you.
Yes, that's right. A special breed of hybrid super pigs from Canada have started to travel south into the northern United States.
The Canadian bacon is moving and taking over.
It's your fault, X-Ray. I'm blaming you.
I didn't even, that's a great.
Oh my God. The pigs pose a threat to native wildlife and may prove tough to eradicate. The spread of the pigs has only increased in recent years. So it says a hybrid breed of super pigs, a mix of domestic pig and wild boar, is running wild in Canada. And now they have their sights set on the United States. I love that sentence. Just the idea that these pigs are like, this is not enough. We must
We're
conquer.
coming after
That's
you.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. They do the
We're
slow turn.
expanding.
Slow turn towards the border. And they're like, they don't know what's coming.
This is interesting. So this mixture of pig and boar, you know how like is it donkeys? The
Yes.
horse and what are they mixed with?
Donkeys?
They can't breed,
I don't know what you're
Themselves?
talking
You're,
I don't
you're
know.
right.
but
I'll look it
can these mixture of boar and pig breed together and continue the progeny? It sounds like it can.
I guess we'll
Pigs?
find out.
Pigs are really interesting too, because if you release pigs that are domesticated, they'll revert back to like their non-domesticated selves over time. They'll just like go back to
Really?
being feral pigs. Yeah, so they're really interesting.
Wow.
I've got the answer. So
Wow.
it's mules are the ones
Oh,
that
mules.
you're talking about. Yep. A mule is a hybrid of a horse and a donkey.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Now we
and,
know.
and they can't procreate, but
Right.
I guess these guys can.
There are giant cocks on my screen now. Jeez.
And now he's frozen.
I know.
Not
Just-
the
to
first
me?
time on
It's
my
fake.
screen, but
I blame the giant cocks.
making
Why?
you look very surprised to see them on
Very
your screen.
I'm also it's like half surprised, half disgust. I can kind of. Am I still frozen? Jeez.
No,
No, you're
No,
moving. You're
no,
moving. You're
no.
moving.
Originally crossbred to help farmed pigs grow larger and tolerate the cold temperatures in Canada. A drop in the market about 2 decades ago led some farmers to let their hybrid pigs run free, and they're running very free. The super pigs are I like the idea of super pigs. Hold on, I need to pull it up.
Pigs.
These super pigs are coming south, likely headed to Montana, North Dakota, Minnesota, and Michigan, and eventually making their way down south as they continue world domination.
I think it's so silly that they let them go free, because haven't we learned that you shouldn't bring an a species from somewhere else and let it free? Like Australia has these crazy toads that never have been there before, and now they've taken over. I think they're the cane toads.
Way to learn that.
I'm scared for when these pigs hit Texas, because Texas has that war problem. Yeah,
Yes,
they have those helicopter shooting them and stuff. And
oh my God,
super pig, Texan, and the Texas Canadian super pig. Yikes!
No,
X-Ray, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I've heard of it. You're allowed to hunt them.
Can I tell you guys a quick story?
Oh my!
So, X-Ray Girl, the last year I spent working in the gun industry. I've never been a big gun guy, right? But it was such a huge change from working in the video game industry. I was like, why not? And while doing it, I met some incredibly talented and crazy people there, very hardworking people. And there is a little town on the panhandle of Texas that there's this guy. He's one of the he's like one of the, I don't know, the grand masters of shooting. He is an excellent marksman. He teaches people how to shoot, but he has this giant farm. And one of the things that they offer at his farm, this experience, is wild boar shooting, where they go out and they take you up in said helicopter and you go and you mow down these boars, right? And I've never done this before, but the story that I heard about this is just so unbelievably crazy. So these guys would go out and they just slaughter all these boar. And the thing is, it needs to happen. Otherwise, they'll overrun the crops and overrun the land. And it's one of those things where it's like, there's a reason why they're hunted.
They do that in Alaska with wolves too, right?
I don't know.
Sure.
Never heard that.
But so they go in and they destroy all these pigs, right? And they end their lives. And the crazy thing about this is that these are all super military guys. These are guys who they love their guns. They love their tannerite. Do you know what tannerite is, anybody? Tannerite is explosiveness. So when you shoot it, it explodes. So what they did was they made a pig triangle, and they took all their pigs and they lined them up and they made a pig pyramid. And then they stacked some tannerite in the middle of it, shot the tannerite, and the pigs explode. Welcome to the show, X-Ray Girl.
You're saying things I never thought I would hear, like pig pyramid, pig triangle.
That's right. I love it. So, anyways, so that's what I think that's the future of these insane, invincible pigs, these highly intelligent, possible invincible super pigs. So if they make their way down to Texas, I promise they'll be taken care of. There's a bunch of military guys who would love to take care of them.
Sure.
Do they not eat the pigs? Do they just shoot them and blow them up?
No, they just let them. They just.
What do you?
Yeah, they're. I mean, it's
isn't
literally.
Isn't that like free bacon? I don't understand.
They just turn it like good to eat or something.
No.
I would eat it.
They're not.
No, they're not good to eat, and by the time they're done with the tannerite, it's just a mist.
Well, obviously,
not
can
mist.
Use the tannerite if you're okay. But okay.
Listen, if I get I wish I could go full frame on X-Ray Girl. She goes bacon mist.
Bacon rain.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the other story and move past our bacon triangles. All right, our next story. We're going to Japan for this one. Japan is mystified by a giant metal sphere that washed up on the beach, with some commentators suggesting it's Godzilla's egg. Have you seen this, X-Ray Girl?
I mean, I just saw that picture, or a picture similar to that. That is huge. Also, would like to touch it, but I don't think I'm allowed to.
Well, I don't think these guys thought so either, because they kind of approached it and they were walking and they kind of went close and backed away, and they did like kind of the thing where it looks like it's hot, so they don't want to touch it, back and forth. I don't know. I haven't seen if they've actually touched it or not, but I'd imagine you'd be able to find out pretty quickly what it is. But from what I understand, Adam, you have a theory. You know what this is?
So I was just at a maritime museum 3 days ago. And they had like a full freaking submarine in this place and a bunch of stuff from maritime history. And I distinctly remember seeing a few things that looked very similar to that. Some of them had spikes on them. Some of them had a spiked ball attached to them. And if you look into it, it looks like a steel buoy and or a old mine from 80 years ago. And I actually have an image that I found. Here, I'm sharing my screen again.
Okay, sounds good.
This is an image of just a pile of these steel buoys.
Are they as big as the other ones?
Not as big, but who knows, right? As far as where it came from, it could have been an experimental buoy that they were working on, or maybe a mine that they were working on. So I'm like 95% sure it's just a steel buoy or an old mine. That's it. I don't think it's anything exciting like a Godzilla egg. I think that's kind of ridiculous.
I mean, it's very, very clearly what you're talking about.
Oh, look, there's a little hook at the top. Okay, yeah. I didn't see that.
Well, that's not nearly as fun as a Godzilla egg.
I mean, it's massive.
I want it to be a Godzilla egg. I'd be so scared.
Yeah. Look at that. That's man-made.
Oh, look, it's rusted. Yeah, that can't be an egg.
Yeah, when you get close to it, and it's like, oh, it's even got one on the bottom actually. So there's a hook on the top and a hook on the bottom.
There you go. Nothing. It's not that.
How
it's not an alien, unfortunately.
Well, it says on this article, it says the ball is not explosive, and it could be a buoy. So congratulations, you win.
So it's a buoy.
So it's a buey.
Yeah.
That's really intense that the water could push a buoy like that up so far.
The water is one of the most powerful things on Earth. Do you know that you cannot stop water? Like you can with like dams and stuff, but if you try to put your finger over a hose, the water will always escape. It's crazy.
Always find a way.
Salt water too is more buoyant, so iron floats because it has more pushback.
Nice.
Because of the salinity.
Well, now we know. Awesome. That one axe came in during the pig story and says, I think they're spreading misinformation. These pigs are actually just one that were corrupted by the Triforce when it created the Dark World. I like it. It's a very
nice,
very inside Zelda joke right there. I like it. Thank you, that one axe. Appreciate that. Love it. All right, let's go to Adam's big story today. This was the story that he tweeted me last night. He's like, yeah, let's go. And hence the title of today's stream, No Apologies. As Ben Stiller is not making any apologies for Tropic Thunder in response to cancel culture criticism. We've seen this in the past few years where there's all these instances of people coming out of the woodwork and saying, that was a bad thing to do. You're a horrible person. And Ben Stiller's like, yeah, whatever. That's cool.
I'm surprised it took him that long to go after that movie.
Oh, no, hold on. I've been following this for a long time. Every year, someone new finds that movie and gets offended and gets upset and thinks they're going to be the first to like call them out. Like, all right, guys, I'm going to put my woke badges on. I've got all my badges. I'm going to put Tropic Thunder on there too and go out on the internet and save someone from being offended. And every single year, the internet goes, no.
So
seriously.
Real quick, so I want to let you know, Adam, by saying woke, friend, you have I put a clip up on the channel yesterday and you said woke in the clip. And man, oh man, there were a couple people in the comments who were like,
they went after you, boy.
Yeah, you can see who this guy, see who the Republican is. You can see who the alt-right Nazi is. It's like, what?
Yeah, you saw what I said to him.
Here's the word room. Here we go again. That's right.
Oh, man. Well, I mean, haters gonna hate, as Jay Rome just said. Look, I'm not gonna change who I am, but if you're upset at Tropic Thunder, you're included in that woke crowd. Like, that doesn't make. I'm not a Republican, so just because I like Tropic Thunder, and if you don't and you're offended by Tropic Thunder, what word would you choose? Chat, someone out there, tell me what you would use. Thin-skinned, I guess that was no humor, no sense of humor,
zero skin.
Zero skin.
My thoughts on this are, it's the difference between having the N-word in an educational book because the movie is they're making a joke about somebody who does blackface, right? So it's not doing blackface for the sake of doing blackface. You're not like pretending to be a black person. You see what I'm saying? It's you're making fun of it.
Yeah,
Right.
he's an actor playing an actor who played a black guy.
Exactly.
It's not even Ben Stiller, because like
I know.
what is Ben
craziest
Stiller
part
even
about
like? They're coming after Ben Stiller. Like, what did he even do? Oh, like he
But they
was
can't
just-
go after
he was like
RDJ.
the normal guy, I guess, comparatively to everyone else.
This movie is 15 years ago, and this is how quickly things have shifted to where people are like, and this is what social media and Twitter in particular has done, to where people just get so upset over nothing. And this is once again, I said this last. Someone put this in the comments last night about upsetting Twitter. Like, does the day end with a Y? And Twitter's upset, But so Ben Stiller came out and he said he's proud of the comedy movie, and tagging the actor. They wrote, "Please stop apologizing for doing this movie. It was funny." It was, So he said,
Wait, was that him directing it? Down
Yeah,
below the
yes.
next picture. So he directed it.
Yes,
he
I
was-
didn't know he was the director.
Well, I know he
Wow.
played a big part in it. Big part. I don't know if he directed. Travis, can you look that up, please?
Yeah.
Please. Yeah. Tropic Thunder was boycotted 10 years ago when it came out, and I apologize then.
He wrote
was-
it too.
It was always meant to make fun of actors trying
it
to
was
do anything to win awards. I stand by my apology. The movie Shaun White and other great people work with the Special Olympics, right? Because that's when he had the what's the line? You don't go full retard. Is that what it is?
Don't go full
Yeah.
retard.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
never go full retard.
Like what a line, man. What a line.
Just the
Imagine
name of it. They call it a mockumentary.
Right.
Like literally. That's the name of
It's a parody movie. Like,
Like,
what else do you want from it?
And Robert Downey Jr. was on Joe Rogan. He defended the film, saying that it was impossible to not have it be an offensive nightmare of a movie, right? And I think that was the whole idea behind it. It was just that it was meant to mock
The whole-
everything. So
Right. The whole point is it's utterly ridiculous of this guy to do it. That's the funny part.
right.
Jeez. It's
Awesome.
like, so you're getting outraged about a joke that points out how stupid it is to do it. Yes, that's stupid.
How
the same people mad at me for using the word woke are the same ones that are upset at Tropic Thunder being made. I said it.
Hit it right on the head.
Wow.
Winterfell
I'm talking
came
to
in.
you, whoever you are.
Well, let's do it again. There you go. Call him out.
I'm talking to you, whoever you are.
There you
Upset about Tropic Thunder or me using the word woke. Deal with it and get some thicker skin.
I think we needed some glasses that come down. Deal with it.
Yeah. Little joint comes out from the side too.
That's right.
Cigarette, whatever.
Winterfell says, "Super Pigs. This is daytime Emmy worthy. Let's go." That's right,
Thank you.
Winterfell.
No.
You
Damn
get
straight.
only the hard-hitting journalism here on Side Scrollers, which is great. So I thought I actually got a couple questions about Tropic Thunder. Did you guys actually think it was a good movie? Because I didn't think it was like that good when it came out. I thought it was actually kind of a bad movie.
Not
But I
an
think-
Emmy or award winner.
I think it was
but-
just a fun movie. It was like scary movie tier fun.
Right.
I've
okay.
never seen it.
I was laughing my ass off from the get-go, dude. The
Yeah,
very
the-
beginning before the movie
intros,
starts. where you
the
see the-
movie posters.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Satan's Alley, dude. I was dying. That was so fun. Did you not find that funny, Craig?
I'll need to go back and rewatch it.
I
Oh
loved
my
it
gosh.
when they did the however 1, 2, 3 movies of the magma and ice or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Time to save the
The
planet
world
again.
Again.
I remember going to E3 one year, and on the side of a building, let me see if I can find it. There was a on the building right next to the Los Angeles Convention Center. Yeah, this is it. This is exactly what I saw. That had Jack Black, Ben Stiller, and Iron Man.
Downey.
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr. on, and this was on the side of all the buildings in LA at the time. Like, just it was huge.
Epic.
It was awesome.
Epic.
And
So good.
I remember when I didn't know that was Robert Downey Jr. for the longest time.
right.
No idea.
Oh, it's so funny. It is so funny.
His makeup is so good.
Anyways, all right. So I thought it would be good to. I found an article piggybacking off this this controversy attached to this movie, Tropic Thunder, and I found an article about films that could never be made today. And now this is from the MSN.com, and I think it's important to let everybody know that MSN.com has done that. So this is films that can never be made today, and it's for the best. For the best, because they know. By the way,
oh my gosh,
it's for the
they
best.
added that line.
I don't think movies like Home Alone would get made today.
Well, they
No.
remade Home Alone. They made Home Alone like 4 or something in the last year, and it wasn't that horrendous, but you know, it's the Home Alone formula, yeah, whatever. So
Ace Ventura? Seriously?
Yeah, they would find a few things.
Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is Finkel. Obviously, that's.
I think
that's
it's the
reason.
trans thing that they would probably.
Yeah, that's what I. Yeah.
Yeah, it's at the very end with the hemorrhoid joke and all that. Right.
Right.
Bloody GP says people nowadays should learn the art of picking their battles. The movie was an obvious parody and not should be taken seriously, which is exactly why it gets every time somebody comes out of the woodwork saying, "Hey, you're trying to cancel Ben Stiller," everybody just rejects it to half court. So
It's ridiculous.
Invader also been a member for 3 months. Says, sorry, PABs. PAB means pussy ass bitches. Reality isn't inclusive or politically correct or whatever other buzzwords you want to use. Also, member for 3 months. Thank you so much, Invader. Appreciate that. Let's check this out. By the way, I can't say that very loud because my 8-year-old is home from school today, so I got to talk really soft.
I figured that's what it was.
Yeah, because she's sick, so she's just watching. She's watching like iCarly in the other room. So, all right. So let's check these out. These are all judged here. There are 21 photos in this gallery, and we'll be able to make our decisions on whether these should be made today or not.
I'm a little scared.
Obviously, Blazing Saddles.
Yes,
That's
it
what I
could not be
guessed.
made today.
Yeah, but have you guys watched Blazing Saddles? Yeah,
It's
I
so
just
good.
watched it this last year.
What'd you think?
So good.
It was so good. It's so fun. The twist at the end, just like my mom was like, "What? I'm not understanding this." Okay, cool.
I think the beautiful thing about Blazing Saddles is that it's just making fun of of just racism as a whole. I mean, that's the entire bit of it, and it's so smart whilst being dumb. It's great. Next is I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry, which I actually watched this in the last few days. I saw it on Netflix, and I was shocked when I watched it. This is X-Ray Girl. You said you've seen this movie.
Yes.
What'd you think of it?
I thought it was funny. When did this come out? 2007.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I was so young. I thought that the premise of them getting married, it was like showing your friend, like, yeah, buddy, I love you, and we're gonna take care of each other in the best way that we can. And so, people probably do this. So in some ways, it's like kind of reading into reality.
Well, so the whole premise of the movie is that Adam Sandler is he's literally a calendar pinup for the fire department, New York Fire Department. And he's like Mr. Sex Machine, right? He's sleeping with all these women and stuff. And Kevin James is his partner at the fire department. And he's going to lose his pension because his wife died and he didn't check his mail and all this stuff. So that's where the whole concoction of them getting married so he can save his pension and all his benefits comes together. And the movie starts off with some really rough language. If you watch it now, you're like, whoa, man. But you see the characters evolve over time where they're like, well, that wasn't cool at all how I used to talk. And that,
right. I'm gonna say something that people might find crazy. Okay. I find this movie hilarious and I'm gay. So what's that tell you?
You're a bigot.
True.
All right, let's continue on. Soul Man. I don't think I've ever seen this one before. Have you guys seen Soul Man before?
No, never seen it.
Next, Capital One Chase.
I've seen that movie.
Manhattan. Okay, this is one of those Woody Allen movies. So it's a 42-year-old man with a 17-year-old daughter.
In general,
yeah, yeah. This is before my time for sure. I never saw this, but The Toy. Okay,
never watched this.
So The Toy is the whole premise of it is that this wealthy white guy essentially buys a
Richard
black
Pryor.
guy, Richard Pryor, to come and essentially be his toy for his son and just to play with them and stuff. So,
oh my god!
Well,
but
and here's my thing. So, if this is indeed racist or whatever the reason that they want to remove it, does that make Richard Pryor racist?
it seems like he was just
No,
kind of
he was
the joke.
abused. He was abused by the system.
That's right.
Oh, he didn't take advantage of the system and make money.
No, the system took advantage of him.
Oh, okay.
Always. Let's move on. 16 Candles. Oh, this is a classic 80s movie and during a coming of age.
Never seen it.
Never seen it? Okay, yeah.
Really? Wow.
Never seen it.
Yeah. This
Wow, both of you guys? Jeez.
Well,
It
Yeah,
was
you're
before my
clearly
time.
old.
I am ancient. I apologize.
Apologize for being so old in my presence.
How dare you?
so Anthony Michael Hall is pretty much he wants to get some, and he does with a character who's drunk, and so that's kind of the idea, is that she didn't give consent. And so anyways, here we go. We got Tropic Thunder. Well, once again, only 15 years ago we talked about that.
I have a question. So you know
Please.
how like Tropic Thunder, they did blackface. What do you think if they could do white chicks again? Would they?
Let's see if that's on this list.
I bet
okay.
you-
Okay. Oh, sorry. I
Good
just had a
question.
thought.
No, that's a
Yeah.
great question. And
Yeah,
'cause
I think you make a wonderful point.
guess what? We'll continue as we continue this list. We're only at 8 right now. Revenge of the Nerds. This
Classic.
is like total classic. But there is a scene in it that is seen as problematic, where this guy, he's trying to score with all the hot cheerleaders, and I think he has some sort of like mask on, and this girl thinks that he's somebody else, and anyways, they end up getting it on, and at the end of it, she's like, "You're amazing," and he takes off his mask, and it's like, "Oh, okay." So it's just one of those things. It's college fraternity fun times. So there you go. Basic Instinct. I don't know why that couldn't be seen today, but it conflates bisexuality with mental illness. Okay, sounds good. There you go. I guess
That, and she uses her sexuality to take advantage of people, I'm sure.
People still do that today.
every day, constantly. Have you been on OnlyFans before? Insane. I don't know.
No.
Partners. You haven't, Adam?
No.
No. The Love Guru.
What is this?
Let's see.
It is a shitty movie.
Oh,
but
Mike
it's,
Myers.
Right. Yeah. So this is probably cultural appropriation. I bet that's what it is.
you're
And
all-
they say it's offensive to
I got
that
a wet pussy
religion
on
or
me right now.
whatever.
Oh, wow. Not what I was thinking.
No,
Okay.
Seriously, it's raining outside, and he's got his own door. It comes and goes as he pleases, but he's all wet.
Oh,
nice.
So
What's your cat's name?
Osiris,
Osiris.
That's a
Yo,
great name for a
Cyrus.
cat.
oh, so
And-
cute.
and I froze, of course.
That's okay.
Hey, buddy.
We all see Osiris.
Is that a blue cat?
We think that he had a dad that was a show cat that got
Oh.
out in the neighborhood and got with a gray something. And
Because he looks almost like one of them fancy blue
Oh,
cats.
he's got
He's-
cute little gloves on.
Yeah, he could
so
almost
Oh,
happy.
wow. Okay.
he could almost be a show cat.
Oh, he's so
yeah,
pretty.
he's freaking so cool. He's so chill.
I love his
Right, bud?
coloring.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, everybody loves cute cats.
Oh, he's so cute.
Except me. I like dogs.
You sheep.
Are
I
you
like
guys-
dogs too.
I
He's
love
got the-
dogs.
I love dogs too. I love animals in general.
Good for you.
Squinty eyes.
Except Robo Pigs, who are looking to take over the world.
Hey, I'm sure there's some cool ones out there that would cuddle you, Craig. All right,
Until you die.
We'll kind of get through here.
cuddle
see if-
you to
see-
death.
See if White
Sorry.
Chicks is on. No, by all means. I'm all about.
I'm
cuddling with
fascinated.
dogs. Weird Science. How could Knocked Up be?
Knocked up.
Oh
It
my
makes
god!
fun
Does it
of
give it race
abortion. I don't
color?
know.
It paints
Does
the
it?
women as shrews, as humorless and uptight, and it paints the men as lovable, goofy, and fun-loving guys.
There
What
are
the
some
fu-
women who are like that, though.
Yes, right.
What?
So you can't just have a movie about an uptight, shrewd woman because all women are
not
then
all
uptight and shrewd. Jesus.
I think that's like, and Katherine Heigl.
That's
That's Katherine Heigl as a whole. I mean, Katherine Heigl is an uptight shrew.
Woman. She is.
Is
That's
she?
kind of
I
who
have
she is.
no
Yeah,
idea.
she's kind of a bitch.
Her attitude, like, took her out of the movie industry.
Yes.
Yeah. Just
Really?
a total
Mhm.
jerk.
People
right?
I don't know
She's
anything
a-
work
about
with
her.
her.
It's horrible.
Nor do I care.
Let's continue on with more. I clicked a link. Let's see. Here we go.
Oh man,
There we go.
Uh-oh.
I
Ace
thought that was
Oh,
Ventura.
right.
it's not on there.
this bothers me.
Ace Ventura, Finkel's
Yeah.
Einhorn. Well, there you go. We all kind of understand. Let's see. Because he does kiss the man. There's the crying game scene where he has the plunger to his mouth and he's like trying, which is such a funny, ridiculous scene. Let's see. We continue. Shallow Hal. Oh yeah, Shallow Hal. You can't. She's
Oh,
big.
because she, yeah.
That's the whole point of the movie is in the end he realizes he was being shallow. That's why it's called Shallow Hal.
Exactly.
That's the
Like
lesson.
that's the point.
Blows my fucking mind. It's like these people are so stupid they don't understand comedy.
Let him know, Trav. Tell him about it.
If only there was a word for these types of people that you could use to reference these types of people that get upset at this kind of stuff.
It's
Man,
almost like they just woke up.
man, oh, yeah.
All right, Zapped. I don't know Zapped, but it has Scott Baio. Scott
I
Baio.
haven't heard of this one.
Nice. All right. Police Academy. Wait, why could Police Academy
What?
not be on it?
What?
Who
What?
knows?
This
It's
list just makes me feel like I haven't watched many movies.
Police brutality incidents?
Really?
Oh
That's
my
what it
gosh.
is.
The studios are much more sensitive about so-called propaganda. I've never even heard that phrase before.
What?
Have you ever heard of propaganda before?
No,
It
never.
must be an American thing.
Or
Who
entertainment
wrote this
that casts
bullshit?
police in a what is it? Oh, purely humorless light.
What?
Wow.
I no, Extra Girl, that is not an American thing. I've never heard that phrase ever. I've
No.
never heard
Really?
propaganda before.
I think
ever.
it's from Canada.
I
Just be real.
coming
Take
down
our
with the
pigs.
boars.
Yeah, I was gonna say they brought us the damn pigs.
It doesn't seem like we've got a choice, X-Ray.
How is it 3 Men and a Baby?
This is the most insane, stupid list I've ever seen in my life. This is crazy.
Gender stereotypes? Kiss my ass.
Yeah, I'm sorry. There's women who have 3 boyfriends and a husband. So I mean, this
belongs to
doesn't
the
reflect her
streets.
life right
Oh
now.
my god.
Sometimes stereotypes are true. That's why they're stereotypes. That's what makes them funny.
I know. I'll just
As-
go get in my car now and drive down to y'all.
come and hang out. As the men bumble and fumble their way through basic childcare for laughs, the idea that men are natural clueless in this tradition, woman territory, gets tired and irritating. Oh, God.
That's why.
God.
That's the only reason why this movie wouldn't exist. Isn't
This
there a
movie is
called
tired and
Baby
irritating.
Daddy?
It should never be made.
There's a movie called Baby Daddy that's based on this.
I've never heard of that.
I think it was. I think it's Baby Daddy.
Baby didn't. Let me look it up.
A comedy.
Oh man, people are insufferable, dude.
Oh no, I think I mixed it up with the TV show. Oh,
It's just insane. Absolutely insane.
There was
let's
a
continue.
network comedy called Baby Daddy as an unapologetic ripoff of 3 Men and a Baby.
Look at this. Passion of the Christ could be made today.
are you?
Why?
Why?
What's the reasoning? What do they say there?
Well,
It's racist to use a white guy.
Mel Gibson was nominated for 3 Oscars, and he was the writer and director of the movie. And then he came out with his. It also raises serious questions about its depiction of Jews, with even the National Catholic Reporter pointing out its unfortunate anti-Semitic themes. Gibson's reputation as a sexist and anti-Semite has only worsened since the film's release, proving that any current film exec in business sense and sensitivity would still. There's the word. Like, you can have business sense, but here's the sense: the sensitivity. You got to make sure you're sensitive to
Can
everybody.
I ask you guys all a question?
Yes.
Can you separate a movie from the director or somebody from their work and like enjoy a song or a movie or a book from a bad person?
Yes.
Yes, Chris
Not
Brown.
with Ezra Miller.
I agree. To both of those things.
I'm able to deal with a lot of this. Yeah. I don't know enough about Ezra Miller, but I will say like anytime kids are involved, I can't look past that. Like if people are adults making adult decisions and doing stupid things, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, that's where things get messy. All right, we got one more and spoiler.
Well, can I? I didn't really answer
please,
his question. I was just kind of making a joke with Ezra Miller, although it is true. I was just thinking it's more of like how much do they shove it in your face, right. Like The Rock Johnson, right? I like some of his stuff. I mean, not all of it's good, but I was watching wrestling when he made his debut on like the big wrestling matches, and me and my friends were giving each other people's elbows and tombstones and stuff like when in high school. So I like the Rock Johnson, and like I've seen him say some things, but he doesn't do like tours around like trying to shove it down your throat. He'll put out a statement on his own Instagram, and I'm like, I don't agree with what he's saying. Right. But it's like, he doesn't make it his entire thing. He's mostly mission. Like, be a better person, be a better you. And I'm like, all right, for the most part, I get it, but I can separate it for that. But like certain things, Craig, I think you nailed it though. You when it spills over to like messing with children, like, all right, that's inexcusable, and I don't want to support anyone that.
Yeah, or
does that.
If they use whatever they're making to do something like that, to take advantage of somebody, then it directly affects the thing, and I don't want them working on it. You know what I'm saying? Because if they're going to use it to take advantage of somebody. But other than that, I think you're right.
I think, it's amazing, especially with somebody like The Rock, where The Rock is some of the promos that he cut when he was in WWF at the time, they were really problematic. There were some things that he said back then where you go, whoa, oh, really? Man. Oh, yeah, absolutely. If you go back and look at some of the things he said, it was a big part of the late 90s, early 2000s culture where he was saying some pretty stuff that you'd be like, oh, man, he should be canceled. Not the number one paid actor in Hollywood today. But I guess the internet hasn't got to The Rock yet, so we'll see. Now he just owns the XFL.
I like how you said that. I guess they haven't got to him yet, because this is the thing that bothers me. It's like we have to go down the list of people. Everybody said crazy shit at one point or another that's in the public eye. You know what I'm saying?
Looking at you, X-Ray girl.
What did I do?
I'm just kidding.
Isn't that what everybody said? Everybody goes, what did I do? And they go, you know what you did.
But if we had a lens on everything that we did, we'd all be canceled. And the worst part is, especially when it's like things that are, I don't know, even like a year or two ago, you're not the same person. So why should you be persecuted for some of the actions you did? Maybe you learned from them and then grew from that. But
exactly.
We can't have that human aspect, and we have to automatically judge people. But then when I judge people for doing other things, I'm like, why are you being mean? I'm like, you do the same thing back.
Right.
Yeah. So, it's very much the pot calling the kettle black, right? It's just, we talk about looking in the mirror very much on this show. So we do have one final movie that couldn't be made, which
wasn't White Chicks, is it?
No, it's not White Chicks. It's not. It's Crocodile Dundee.
Really?
Get out of here.
Why?
How?
Oh my goodness.
Or why? Yeah. What's the reason they gave?
Well, the film's gender stereotypes are outdated and ridiculous today. Additionally, the movie contains a supposedly funny and yet deeply uncomfortable scene where Mick aggressively grabs someone's crotch after being told that she is a he, but the transphobia and the idea that this kind of assault is funny just wouldn't fly today. So the entire movie couldn't be made because of that scene, by the way.
Yeah, just cut the damn scene.
That's kind of where we're at.
Wow.
That's
and I bet you they cut the scene for TV when they play it too.
I don't even know if
the gender stereotypes thing annoys me because, he's like a man's man, and then she actually is like cheating on her guy, and it's kind of damning. Like she kind of does her dude dirty, and then does Dundee dirty. Yeah, I don't like her at all. I love that movie, and it's really like part one because it directly goes right into Crocodile Dundee 2. I don't know if the last time you saw those movies, but kind of watched them recently, and I was like, damn, she's kind of a bitch. Like she's doing them all dirty. Like she's I don't like that. But that scene was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was
in the bar.
There's a scene. There's also a scene there where a guy's doing some hard drug. I think he's doing cocaine or something, and
he puts it in a bowl.
He thinks it's aspirin, so he puts it in. He's never seen it before, so he puts it in a boiling water, and he's like, "This is how you do it." And he puts a cloth over his head, and the guy's trying to do lines, and he just it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Anyways. Well, there you go, man. That was a bunch of 18 movies that could never be made today, and it's for the best. So there you go.
White Chicks is allowed because it's
the other way around.
It's the right color combo, I guess.
I don't even understand what's happening in today's world. How many episodes will it take before, like, there's the X number of days between accidents, and then there'll be X number of episodes between Craig not understanding today's world, today's internet.
We gotta reset.
And
tomorrow it'll be X-Men who's getting next on the list.
Actually, it'll be XY men.
There you go.
There you go. Them?
No, that's rather binary.
X them, yeah, I like
not
that.
Going with that.
We'll
X
see.
them. Don't give them ideas.
That was perfect.
I saw Elijah tweet conjoined twins. He's like, this is the only X them that I want to refer to as them.
Oh, the two conjoined twins.
Yeah.
Nice. Travis, who is once again on the stream, used 500 bits. Is trying to get a hype train going.
Yeah.
So
A hype train.
Let's
Travis,
go with that.
I want you to know, this toasty is for you.
Nice.
Thank you.
Guys, if you have Prime, you know what you could do? You could just go over to Twitch and use your Prime sub. And it's just throwing money at your favorite creators.
Why didn't we think to say that ever before?
Remember,
that's a great idea.
Remember,
thank you,
the hosts don't get paid if you don't donate during the stream. So let's donate.
Oh, and now I have a badge.
Look at this. Look at that.
Did she just drop her Prime sub on us?
Just now. That's awesome.
Because I already paid for it. I'm just giving the money back and taking it away from Amazon.
Hey, spend your Bezos bucks on us. Be good.
X-Ray, this bucks. Toasty is for you.
Toasty. Thank you.
And this bangarang is for Adam. There you go.
I feel like it's missing the rest, though.
Okay.
You gotta get the crowd.
You want to get the whole thing? Bad Boy came in with 500 bits. Says, "Witness me." Thank you so much, Bad Boy.
I see you.
That.
I'm witnessing this.
Love that. Well, that's great. Well, I appreciate everybody popping in. I think we are almost to a point to where we can wrap. We are going to be heading over to patreon.com/sidestrollers for a brief post show, which we encourage you guys to pop in. Today is Thursday, by the way, which is the last show on YouTube for the week, which tomorrow will be an exclusive show over at patreon.com/sidestrollers. So head over there, become a patron, and you can be a part of the fun stuff tomorrow as Travis uses another 1,000 bits. Travis.
Holy shit.
Dang.
That's toasty.
That's awesome.
You know what? I'm going to spin the UFO for you.
What?
Chat, you paying attention, Trav?
I'm paying attention.
Everyone else, look away. Chat, close your eyes.
Everybody.
Craig, don't look. Actually, you can look, but Trav, this is for you.
What is this? You used your duster to do that?
This is not a duster. This is a UFO spinner.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, I have the.
You can see right here. It's UFO spinner. It says it right. You can't read it because it's small text, but that's what it says. It says that.
Where is mine?
No, you don't have the UFO spinner.
I do somewhere
This
in
is
here.
custom ordered. All right, UFO spinner.
I'm gonna get my label maker, and I'm gonna put UFO spinner on mine.
Damn it. Can you print me one of those too? Actually?
I guess.
Oh Lord!
Damn, I need one of those.
I feel like I should put on my the skateboard back here, just UFO spinner or something, just so we all know exactly what it is. It's a. Oh God, Lord! Oh, did X-Ray Girl go? Is she gone?
No, I'm still.
She's looking for it.
Okay.
She needs
Travis,
to prove it to me.
I need to prove it.
Travis with 5,000 bits. Once again,
Holy shit, that's bangering.
Travis! Wow.
Bangering. Holy shit, Trav.
what are you doing,
I'm gonna
Travis?
come.
I already had him.
Golly.
Wow.
What are you
Okay, I
doing?
can't find it.
Lord.
Sad.
All right. Wow. Okay. Well, let's go wrap
Travis,
this up.
thank you.
Yes, absolutely. Let's go wrap this up and head over to Patreon. Let's see if our music plays. Our music will end today. There we go. And I don't freeze up. But with that
Nice,
said,
you didn't.
excellent. We want to thank X-Ray Girl for popping in today. We encourage you guys to go over and check out her T-shirt, Hardcore Agree Tee.
Ah,
Yes. So
charity.
oh, I like it. Nice tie. So everyone head over there and pick it up. We really appreciate you guys doing so. Lending a little support to our wonderful guest. Extra Girl's actually going to be on next week as well, which is really, really fun. So
Nice.
I'm excited.
Another
forward.
Thursday.
let's go.
Oh, can you ask Mark if he wants to join sometime?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Any and
Love
all.
to have him on.
Love that.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's cool.
With that said, guys, we're heading over to Patreon right now. We look forward to seeing everybody there. Give me a second. I got to make the page over on Patreon, but it'll be there in about 2 minutes. So with that said, in the meantime, Twitch, I'm going to say goodbye to you guys. Goodbye, Twitch. You're out of here. And all you guys over on YouTube, we'll see you guys very soon as well, as I'm going to end that stream as soon as the music is done. But remember, guys, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it. We'll see you guys over at patreon.com/SageGoals. Have a great day. We'll see you guys tomorrow for the exclusive Patreon show. If we don't, I'll see you guys Sunday night for the next stream. Bye-bye.
Bye.
And we're clear, I think. Yes, we are.